Hi everyone. Today's lesson we are actually focusing on the discriminant. What does discriminant means? So the discriminant is used to determine how many roots of an equation exist. Roots of an equation mean the solution for x. Or when you sketch a graph, you can see how many x-intercept is there. So it is denoted by a Greek letter. So it's triangular in shape. We call it as delta. So the formula is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So if delta is less than 0, that means there is no real solution. So the discriminant, when you actually use the formula, that means when the value of the delta is negative, that means there is no real solution, as we cannot evaluate the square root of a negative value. So the word real is used to describe numbers we can deal with at present. So the set of real numbers include positives, negatives, fractions, decimals, surds, rationals. So therefore, we have to the discriminant is mainly used in order to find the number and nature of solution. So if the value of delta is equal to 0, that means there is one real solution. So therefore there is one real solution. So when you sketch the graph, you can actually see that you will get one x-intercept. The graph will touch the x-axis at exactly one point. So if delta is greater than 0, that means the discriminant can be evaluated and its square root added and subtracted in the quadratic formula. So therefore it produces two real solutions. So when you sketch the graph, you can actually see the graph will intersect the x-axis at 2 points. That means you will get 2x-intercept. So mainly the discriminant is used in order to find the number and nature of solution. So now let's look at an example. So the first example, let's find how many real solutions exist for this equation, for this quadratic equation. Minus 7x squared plus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. So therefore we are using the formula. First let's actually assume the values for a, b and c. So a represent the coefficient of x squared, which is negative 7. B is the coefficient of x, which is 3. C is equal to negative 1. So therefore we use the formula delta is equal to b squared minus 4ac. So we substitute the value for a, b and c into this formula. So we get 3 square minus 4 times of minus 7 times minus 1. So what do we get here? We get 9 plus 28. That gives you 9 minus, it should be a minus in here. So because minus times minus is plus, plus times minus is minus. So 9 minus 28 will give you negative 19. So therefore we get that delta is less than 0. That means there are no real solution. So there are no real solution. Let's go through this example once again. So we have the example minus 7x squared plus 3x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we write down the values for a, b and c. Substitute the value for a, b and c into the formula. Delta is equal to b squared minus 4ac. So therefore we get the delta value is minus 19. So therefore when the delta value is less than 0, that means there is no real solution. So let's look at another example. For what values of k? For what values of k does minus x squared plus 2kx minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so we have to find the value of k. So therefore we have to find for what values of k does this equation have two distinct solutions. So therefore we use the discriminant formula. So let's use the discriminant formula. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. So in this case, a is equal to -1, b is equal to 2k, and c is equal to -9. So we sub it into the formula. Delta is equal to 2k the whole square minus 4 times of -1 times -9. So you get 4k square. Minus times minus is plus. Plus times minus will give you minus. So you get 4 square minus 36. So when there is two distinct solution, for two distinct solution, what is the criteria? Delta is greater than 0. So two distinct solution, delta is greater than 0. So therefore what we do, we actually got the expression for delta as 4k square minus 36 is greater than 0. So now we solve for k. So just like solving for inequality, so 4k square is greater than 36. Therefore, k square is greater than 36. Divide by 4. So you get k square is greater than 9. So now, since k square is always positive, so we require k is greater than 3 or k is less than -3. So therefore, we take the absolute value of k. So when we represent the absolute value, we draw two lines on either side. So the absolute value of k is greater than 3, which means k is either greater than 3 or k is less than -3. Okay, once again, we'll just go through this example. So in this example, we are actually trying to find the value of k of this equation minus x square plus 2kx minus 9 is equal to 0, which has two distinct solutions. So we use the formula of the discriminant, which is delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. Sub in the value of a, b and c into this formula. So we get the expression delta is equal to 4k square minus 36. So when there is two distinct solutions, which means delta is greater than 0. So we actually write down the expression greater than 0 and solve for k. So you get k square is greater than 9. So we use the absolute value of k is greater than 3, which means k is either greater than 3 or k is less than -3.